Well, there isn't actually a whole lot of content at all to discuss in this film. In fact, the film is so spare that there isn't much to say about it at all. But let's talk about what there is present in the film. So starting with violence, there really isn't any violence anywhere in the film. There's only one scene where you hear some loud hammering and the sound precedes the vision. So, you know, if in a quiet cinema, it kind of makes you jump a little bit, but that really is it. No violence at all. A bit of sex and nudity. So there's a few discussions in the film about a sexual relationship and about, you know, girlfriends, boyfriends, ex-husbands, that kind of stuff. But again, there's no sex scenes in the film. There's a tiny bit of female nudity. You do see one young girl in swimwear. Well, actually, she's in kind of underwear and she's topless, so you do see her breasts. There's also a male statue. It's the statue of Jesus, and it's nude, and there's a kind of this glorious, beautiful shot of this statue. So you do see these male genitals on this statue. But that, again, that's it. Not much to talk about there. Bad language, none at all. There's no offensive language. There's no swear words anywhere in the film. And alcohol and drugs. There's a slight possibility. There's 2 or 3 teens, or youths, I should say, that share a cigarette. It's a possibility that it's a marijuana cigarette, but it isn't actually specified. You don't see any marijuana or hash or anything, and they don't mention what it is. So it could just be a rollie, or it might be drugs, but again, it's not really specified. And you do see people drinking wine in the film. But again, that's it. There's quite a few religious references in the film. It's set around the Easter holiday in Italy. So some critics have actually said the religious references are quite heavy, but I guess it depends on how much you choose to interpret the metaphor in the film. But quite honestly, that really is it. The only thing I will mention is that the film opens, so this isn't really a spoiler, on what appears to be a funeral scene. And the whole premise of the film, the whole kind of beauty and the mystery of the film is working out who has died. So I'm not going to give that away, but the people who are put forward as being candidates for the victim are a son, a fiance, and a brother-in-law. So you'll find out, well, you do find out at the end who it is, but just be aware of that if you've suffered a recent loss, that this film is about death. The only other thing I do want to mention is in the Italy parade of, well, it's actually a Spanish tradition called Semana Santa. There is what's called the white parade, where white hooded figures walk silently through the street. If you're not familiar with this parade, it can be a little bit shocking to see these white hooded figures walking through the street holding crucifixes. I just wanted to let you know, in case you weren't already aware of this tradition, that it absolutely isn't a reference or have anything to do with the KKK. This is a rather beautiful and very old tradition in sort of Spain and in Italy, you know, those parts of Europe. So in case you didn't already know that, just be aware that that's what it is. Otherwise, I found this film to be absolutely beautiful. The visuals are just bewitching, I mean, gorgeous. And the whole subject matter, while some people find it a bit slow to kind of pace through the film because not a whole lot happens, well, very little happens, but personally I loved that. I just found it dreamy and beautiful to be a part of this quite complex and mysterious and slightly tense world. And if anything, the other thing I should mention is the performances are just impeccable. So if you do go and see it, let me know what you think. There is a more detailed, well, usually there's more detailed breakdown of the film on the website, but like I said, there really isn't much to say about this film. But if you do go and see it, leave me a comment below because I really do want to know what you think of it.